still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books.
In the game for Cincinnati.
Shatter like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes.
It's been the home of the Panthers since 1996. Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. We welcome you to EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Tonight, a good one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Carolina Panthers on Monday Night Primetime. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Down, put.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
No gain on the
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
Out of the shotgun. Young. That's going to be incomplete. Hubbard, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Panther first down.
10 cycles. Here we go. Ready?
Young hands it to Hubbard. Yeah. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. Rolling right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
At the 41-yard line.
There's a handoff to Hubbard. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. It is Logan Wilson up to make the play.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Now a screen set up for ETN. This one could be zipped out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
11 Thomas. 12. Here we go. 180.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
They'll They'll go again with Williams. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
Get set. 11 MT. Ready. Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. Burrow finds Chase for a big one. An even 50 yards.
11 MT. Hey.
At the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, stop.
Williams. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal.
180. Stop.
One more time for Williams. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His 12th touchdown of the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 2. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready. Hut.
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And it'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Come on. First down.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And he'll get about 5.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 4.
Spike. 6. Ready.
On the ground, this is Trevor Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Black 40. Ready.
From the gun, it's Young. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds down inside. Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Tonight, a good one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Carolina Panthers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Bank of America Stadium. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. B.J. Hill shuts it down there. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Hubbard. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
Let's go. Red 38.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Kendall Fuller.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Nick Swanton getting to the quarterback there for his 8th sack of the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Stop. Right, 80. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
On 1, ready? Here we go. Can. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
For the Bengals field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Little play action with Young. Sending it downfield for Fant. That one pinballs around, but is incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. Hut.
We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. He works free, right side. And he will score. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
11 mighty. Here we go. 180.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
180. 11 MT.
Burrow here on second down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
Here we go. 180. He's hot. Hut.
They go play action for Burrow. Well, here down the field will fall incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. It's second down.
Here we go. Big 13.
They'll run it with Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 5.
Set. Ready.
To throw is Young. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. Settle.
The ball comes out. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Third and a long way to go.
Let's go. Ready.
To throw, Young. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball. And it is fourth down. He'll return it from the 11. Very nice return. He takes it up past the 35-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Get set. Hey, can. Stop.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On one, ready? Here we go. Stop. Right in. Stop.
To throw is Burrow. He'll get this to Kyron Williams. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
11. Gun. Stop. 12. 180. Stop.
Play action now. It's Burrow. A dive and a hit. Incredible. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
The RPO. That one is complete. And he's in. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bengals are on top. It's now 10-7. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Come on. Set.
On 1st down, it is Hubbard. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Demetrius Knight there on the tackle.
Understand.
It is 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Cut.
Now Young going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
Here we go.
On the bootleg, it's Young. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver.
Brings up 3rd down.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On the double. That cut.
Here's Young. Out to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Okay, ready?
7-yard line.
Ready?
Throwing is Young. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot here at the end of the quarter, but it comes up incomplete. Panthers football to begin this 2nd quarter. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Here's Hubbard. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call.
Ready?
A throat behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practice. And other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all. I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
11, Thomas. Gun. Dot.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
On one, ready?
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Dot. 180. 180 shot. Dot.
Now, Burrow. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the give, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4.
Let's go.
Now Young. Short one there to his tight end, Fed. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 18 yards on the catch and run will move the chains.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Check this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 13. It's good for a Panther first down.
At the 17-yard line.
Spike 60. Spike 52. Ready?
Out of the shotgun. Young. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
He's got it at the And he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is first and goal.
Panthers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Hubbard. And he's into the end zone. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. That's his second touchdown of this one. And he's got a half dozen for the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
On one, ready? 11, 11, 11. Here we go. Right 80.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Michael McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 6.
Right 80. 11 MC. 11 MC. 11
They
MC.
bring Chase in motion.
11, 11. Dot.
Second down, Burrow. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
On the move, past the 40. And they will finally run him down. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 32 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
That's out wide to Williams. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
This 10 at the 17-yard line.
11. Here we go. 11. Right 80. Right hot. Hot.
On first down, Burrow. That is a gain of 15, and now it's first and goal.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up first and goal.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal.
12, 12, 12. Hot. Hot.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. Hot.
Williams, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. Lead. Stop.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. That is caught by the tight end. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Cincinnati. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
On first down is Young. He'll get this complete. It's Jimmy Horn Jr. They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the gun, it's Young. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact. It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And it winds up a very solid return as he gets it up past the 30.
Here we go. Hey, can. 11. Stop.
A first down throw for Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Give him 11 on the scramble. Give them a new set of downs. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Done. Stop. 180. What is that? 11 MT. Stop.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Second and 10.
11 MT.
The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
What's this say? Stop.
Burrow now. A ball deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. 3 points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On first and 10, Burrow. He's got the hookup to Mike Gesicki. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. A run here with the veteran. It's toss to Eckler. And oh, they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Burrow to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. That is taken at the 10. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line.
Ready?
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole as we've seen in the past. He gets stopped.
This one intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them and you're able to extend that lead.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the double. Here we go. Bang.
On the ground, this is Hubbard. And this will be a Panthers first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Twice you need 'em.
Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
7-yard line.
Ready.
Give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Hut, hut.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On the give, it's Hubbard. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah in on the stop.
45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
They face 2nd down and 7. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. McPherson now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bengals will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Panthers 14.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A return now from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. He finds McMillan downfield. It's caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Okay, right? 10 cycles. Down.
A run with Hubbard. Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. E.J. Hill shuts it down there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Come on, set. Last putt.
To throw, Young. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. And the Bengals are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank. Gun. Shot.
First down, it is Williams. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from
Williams hit, and he loses the football. And the Panthers are going to recover the football.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out. Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up. Like you can see, he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. Once that ball was delivered.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Kendall Fuller. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
Yeah, that's just a mistake by this quarterback, Mike. That's just really inexcusable. You can't continue to push your luck. And at a level like this, against defenders this good, you continue to put the ball in harm's way, eventually, they're going to make you pay.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Set.
Handoff to Hubbard. Second down and 8.
Here we go. Set. Black. 95. Ready.
To throw is Young. There's Fant open right side. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
11 MT. Here we go. 11 mighty. Kahat.
They run over center with Williams. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
16-yard line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack,
Here we go.
there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
What is that?
Now a second down throw for Burrow. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here we go. 12.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
On one, ready?
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Got. Big 13. Big 13.
So, we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this.
On one, ready?
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. Not much happening there, just a short game.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 empty. Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Forced out wide. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
11. Right in.
Back to throw. Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
Their own 10-yard line.
Second down.
Second and 8.
They'll run. It's Etienne. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now look out. That ball is free in the end zone. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Fortunate that that was not worse for the offense. The pressure's on. They knock it out of the quarterback's hands, but only a safety instead of the defense getting a touchdown.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, Mike, you always have that clock in your head, but that clock has to speed up even quicker when you find yourself dropping in your own end zone. And fortunately for them, that fumble doesn't lead to a touchdown, but instead results in the 2-point safety.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll run to begin the drive with Eckler. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
39-yard line.
They run it once more with Eckler. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, break. Hey, check that. Here we go. Steady.
On 3rd down, here's Brooks. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. The Bengals out and ready to punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 7-yard line.
On the ground, here's ETN. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Bill with the throw. Over the middle, he's got the gap. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. 20 yards on that pass play. It's a Carolina 1st down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense get a little lackadaisical.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one complete to Lee Gettis. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up his 1st down after a gain of 7.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Moving to his right. That's swung out to ETN. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's a 2nd and 6. Back to the air one more time. That's to the receiver, Horn. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pass play good for 22. It's good for a Panther 1st down. Here's ETN. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another 1st down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is caught in the end zone, but hold everything. There is a flag in the backfield. I think this one's coming back.
Here we go, set.
Now they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
There's a big tight end pass. That's how to dig yourself out of a hole. A pickup of 18, much more manageable. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Go! 7 puck, 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. He'll drop the throw. Now he'll work his way out right. That's taken in, and they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal.
That's good. For the Panthers, 1st down.
Let's go now.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. And this is not close. He missed it wide to the right. No good. And no extra point. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So this one a